Hello and welcome. I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and today we're going to be taking a look at the real Ghostbusters Firehouse playset, and I love this toy. Originally released in 1987, this retailed for approximately $40, and it came with a bunch of stuff. It has a bunch of very fun features, and it's absolutely massive. As you can see here, I can barely fit it on my table. The playset itself measures approximately 12 inches wide, and it's about 12 inches deep, and it is a whopping 21 inches tall. This thing has 3 levels of play and a whole bunch of features that we're going to be getting into here. It included the Ghost Containment Unit and Trap. It's got the Ghost Pursuit Fire Pole, and it's got the Goop grate, among others. Taking a look at the outside of the playset, this guy's so hard to shoot because he's just so huge, but you can see it's absolutely just gorgeous the way they've molded this. The way this works is that you've got 2 walls and 2 open spaces so that you can have access to the inside of the firehouse, which is really, really nice. And just taking a look at the exterior shot here of the playhouse, or of the playset, you can see that they've done a really good job of molding this and making it look like the firehouse that we're all used to seeing in both the movies and the cartoon. You've got the classic signature red doors down here at the bottom, and these are double open doors, and these are going to be big enough for the Ecto to drive in and out of. You can see the ramp right here where the Ecto can drive up and down. And you've just got that old architecture, a lot of brick showing, the windows with the cross frames on there. You've got, of course, you got your Ghostbusters logo right over the door here. On the side over here, you've got just your basic kind of like brick wall. You can see a lot of the brick is a lot of the paint is starting to show. And this is all done with stickers, but it's really well done. Some of these cracks are actually molded in. And then the spots where you can actually see the bricks, these are stickers that are put into the mold itself. And it does a really nice job of looking like the stucco or the paint is coming off to show the bricks below. Going to the roof, we're going to move the camera for just a second, because the roof is actually going to be part of our play features. And you can see that the roof features a couple of walkways up here, some catwalks, and you've got a graded kind of like a skylight, and that's actually going to be one of our features that are going to come into play later on. Going around the rest of the firehouse here, this is where we're going to get into the actual inside of the firehouse. And as you can see, the firehouse itself features 3 levels of play. You've got the first floor there is going to be your garage. This is also where you can keep your containment unit, and but you can also bring in your Ecto 1 or your Ecto 1A, some of the other vehicles like the Volkswagen or the Ecto 2, or any vehicle that you want, really, you can bring in here. And you've got a whole garage set up down here. You got sticker details showing off your garage, so you can bring your vehicles in here to work on them. You've got a second level here, which we're going to be taking a look at these levels a little closer here in just a little bit. This is just kind of an overview. You can see there's a second level here with an open area right here in the middle. And then you've got a 3rd floor up here that's also got some grading, and we've got our signature fire pole. So why don't we go in closer to see some of the features and some of these levels. So coming in for a closer look at some of the features and accessories, and the first one we're going to take a look at is the Ghost Containment Unit and Trap. Of course, the Ghostbusters need a place to put the ghosts after they trap them, and that's where the containment unit is going to come in. I really love the way they went about doing this. So you can see the containment unit here, and you can place this guy anywhere on the playset. A lot of times, you'll have it inside the garage, just like so. That's a good place to keep it, unless, of course, you want to bring the Ecto into the garage, and then, you're going to want to put him off to the side, or, just anywhere else. But I love that you can put the containment unit anywhere, and that it looks just like the containment unit that we saw in the cartoon. It's really, really cool, very nice looking. So the way this works is that this is actually a 2-piece containment unit and trap. Right up here at the top, this is going to be our trap. So if we're going to want to trap our ghost here, what we're going to do is we're going to open up our trap, set our trap up and over our ghost, and then just close the trap just like that. Our ghost is incarcerated in the trap just like that. Now, we're going to bring the trap to the containment unit, and you can see there's a couple of slots on the bottom of the trap here, and there's some tabs right here on the top of the containment unit. So we're going to set up our trap right there. We're going to slide this guy over and back again. The trap is clean, or the light is green, the trap is clean, and our ghost is now incarcerated in our custom containment unit, just like that. Absolutely love the way that works. So you can see that guy is now inside of the containment unit. You can let them out so that you can go back and try to trap them. Again, that's very, very cool how that works. I really love that. It's a lot of fun. Very fun little feature they got right there. Now, this is the Ghost that came with the Ecto-1 vehicle. And it works very well because it's a smaller size Ghost. Some of the other Ghosts that, like maybe the Ghost that came with the guys, some of these guys tend to be a little big and sometimes don't work quite as well. Like if you try to put the trap over this guy, you can see with his arm sticking out. You know, it's kind of hard to get him in there, but you can still put him in there and close it just like that. You can do it manually, and then when you come up here, you can still trap him, and he's gonna fall. Most of the times, he'll fall into the containment unit like that. So, very cool feature. I just love the way that this works, and I love the inclusion of the Ghost Trap and the containment unit into the playset. Now, coming in closer into the first floor here, we talked about the garage, so we're going to go right into the garage. And you can see there's a lot of detail here, a lot of sticker detail. Got to get in there. You see there's a lot of sticker detail there, and you can see there's like a shop vac and a car jack back here, stuff that you would see in a garage. There's some stickers in the back there that would indicate some computers, or some ghost catching equipment. So that's why it works so well to have the trap in here as well. So you can have it either way. You can have it in here or you can have it out. Either way, it works really well. Now, very cool feature here is that on the garage floor, it's kind of hard to see, but on the garage floor, you see we've got ramps, and we're going to have these ramps on both sides. And then we've got these divots here on the floor, and these are going to allow for the Ecto to come in and just drive up the ramp, and you can actually set the wheels right there in those divots and have the car actually parked. And this works well for a lot of different vehicles for the real Ghostbusters collection. It works with the Ecto-1, the Ecto-1A, which is the same one. The Ecto-2 works, the Volkswagen works. A lot of the vehicles that we got work with this, so you can actually just bring them into the garage and work on them and whatnot. And then, of course, you can bring the car all the way through and push all the way across and have it bust through the doors just like it did in the movie and in the cartoon, and the guys are off to catch some ghosts and save the day. And then, of course, there are 4 divots there, so you can actually have the car parked in place, and it will sit in there without rolling away. The only issue with that is that you can't close the doors when you have the car parked there. But other than that, there you go. The car will fit just nicely into the garage as long as you leave the doors open, or if you want to, you can just go ahead and push it through and head out to save the day. Coming up to the second floor, not a whole lot to see up here. This is really kind of an in-between stage for the playset, but you've got some cool details here of a library. You've got a nice like a railing going across here, and then you've got an open space in the middle, and you've got some sticker detail on the back here and on the side that would suggest a library. So I really kind of like the look of it and the idea that you've got a library that would be overlooking the garage and overlooking the Ecto there, and Egon could come up here and maybe look something up on Tobin's Spirit Guide or something. So yeah, not a whole lot to do up here other than just kind of pretend or you know, set up figures and pose them. But even though it's not accurate, it's not something that we saw in the movie or in a cartoon or anything like that, the idea of a library with a railing overlooking the garage is very appealing to me. I really like that. But now I do like to spruce this up a little bit. So sometimes what I'll do is I like to take like Fearsome Flush here, and I think this would be a good place to put him in. Yeah, I know, even though it's a library. But, you know, something like this fits right in, like in the corner back here or something. And that just adds play feature to the actual level itself. So when you guys are going to go to the library or the commode or something like that, and then Fearsome Flush is going to come out and attack them. So there you go. There's the second level of the firehouse. Now, getting into the third floor of the firehouse, this floor actually does provide a lot of play features, and I know it doesn't look it because it looks like the attic of, or any upper floor of any old New York building. It's just, you see that arch window in the background there and just a lot of open space, and that's absolutely what I love about it. It's very unassuming, but going around here, you can see you've got a couple of some more grates. As I understand it, there is a small grate that's supposed to go here that I'm missing, and I have been unable to find one to replace it, and that's probably, if I believe, am I correct, that's the only piece that I'm missing on this entire playset. But coming around here, there's a very ominous sticker in the back there. It's like this grandma sticker. I'm having a hard time trying to focus in. There you go. So there's like this old lady picture or portrait right there in the background, something like that. And of course, you can see our fire pole here. This is going to be our Ghost Pursuit fire pole. That's going to be one of the play features that we're going to find up here in the third floor. So you can see that the pole has a couple of pegs right here, and we've got some peg holes on the bottom of all of our guys. So you can take any of the guys and just peg them into this base right here. You want to be careful because you don't want to force this this red piece, this base that they're standing on. You don't want to force this thing down. This is actually the second one of these that I got, because the one that I originally got with my playhouse, you have to spin this pole to move it up and down. And I guess some kids had taken it and tried to force it up, and had there's some grooves inside that make it spin on its way down, and it was all ripped up, and it just did not work. So I had to get another one of these. So just be careful with these guys, because this is very easily broken. So Ray is on the pole and he's ready to go. Now, before we send him down, we are going to look at a couple of things. We are going to look at the back of the floor here. If you notice, there is an opening on the floor there, and that's for kind of like a sneak attack there. You can reach underneath from the second floor with any of the ghosts, and the ghost could just come up and attack the guys just like that. Or you can also use the guys to try and escape down that. If they're up in the attic, they're looking at some stuff and they get attacked by a ghost, they can maybe use that as an escape hatch and get out of the third floor. So it works either way. But in this case, we're going to use it as if Ray just suddenly got attacked by this guy right here. So let me see if I don't drop him. So this guy's going to come up through the floor here. He's going to attack Ray. So Ray is going to jump on the pole and escape to safety. So the way we're going to do that is we've got Ray ready to go. If we look one more time up on the roof of the firehouse, we're going to see that there's a switch there. So we're going to take that switch or that lever and we're going to move it over, and Ray is going to slide down to safety all the way down to the ecto, down to the garage, and he is ready to go. Now, like I said, you can reset this by bringing the pole right back up again, and you're going to want to be careful and turn the pole on your way up. So when you go to reset this, make sure that you turn this so that you don't grind the inside of the red base there. And then flip the lever over, and he's ready to go. And you can add any of the other guys. So let's try and put Peter on here and add a little bit of weight. Let's see how this works with two people. Maybe a little bit of weight, it'll go down a little faster. Hopefully, if it's either going to do that or it's going to get off balance and they're going to fall. Let's see. We'll find out. So we're going to flip on the lever, and our guys are going to spin around the pole and slide down to safety. Now, the last feature that I want to show you guys is going to be the Goop grate. And that's, one more time, we're going to go up here to the roof, and that's where this guy is going to come in. So if you look, the way that I've got these guys set up, this part up here of the grate is where we're going to put our slime. The firehouse originally came with a small tub of slime. Now, obviously, that's over 30 years old, and at this point, it's just a tub of dust. But not to worry, we do have some replacement slime. So the way this works is that we're going to pour slime into this grate up here, and it's going to slime down here on the third level where Ray is standing at. But if you notice where Ray is standing, there's also a grate, and there, if you remember, there was this open area down here on the second floor, and I've got Peter down in the garage, and he's unassuming, and we're gonna get everybody just slimed in here. So let's get Ray standing right back up again, and we're gonna take some of our slime and we're gonna pour it right here into the Goop grate, and this is awesome. So let's see, I've got a lot here. I don't know if I'm gonna, do I want to put it all in? Why not? Let's just put the whole thing in there. And we're just going to put our Goop grate, our Goop right into the grate, into the top here. And that's going to start to smudge down or smear down into the third level. And you can see all the slime just coming down. It's sliming Ray. And it's so awesome the way that works and the way that just comes down like that, and just it's almost like a shower of goop, and you can start to see it come down through the second floor here, the second level, and it's gonna be coming down on Peter any minute now. And we're gonna back up some so we can try and get the whole thing, in shot. There you go. Oh, look at that. How cool is that? The Goop grate got Ray, and it showered all the way down to the garage, down to the first floors. Got Peter too. We're going to come in close here. Let's take a look at Ray. Let's see how he's doing. He's not doing so good. He's got a ghost right there watching him. And going down to the second floor, it just went right through the second floor, and it's showering down on Peter now. How cool is that? That's the Goop grate right there. This is probably one of the most fun features right here with the Firehouse. Coming in for a closer look, you can see Ray right there. He just got gooped. Look at that. Look at all that goop. Oh my God, I'm going to have to do so much cleaning. And then coming on down to the bottom, and we can see Peter there, and he's also standing in a pool of goop now, of slime, so he's not going to be happy. So there you go. There's the Goop grate feature right there. And there it is, one last look at the whole playset all together, along with some of the figures and the Ecto. I am just so stoked that I was finally able to hunt one of these down and add it to my collection. This has been a holy grail of Ghostbusters collecting for me. If you can get a chance, if you're into Ghostbusters, if you're into collecting the old toys, if you don't have this, if you've never seen one, never played with one or whatever, and you can hunt one down and get your hands on one, I totally recommend checking this out. It is a lot of fun. And I think with that, we've pretty much covered the real Ghostbusters Firehouse playset. What did you think of this toy, and what would you like to see me review next? Let me know by leaving me a comment, give me some thumbs up, subscribe and share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time.